If your low-end PC is dropping frames, stuttering, or freezing in games, do not start by downloading random booster apps. Most of those add background junk and make your system worse. Instead, we will do 10 safe Windows tweaks that reduce background load and improve consistency. This is not magic, but it can smooth gameplay and reduce random spikes. Before anything, measure. Open your game, play 1 minute, and note average FPS and the worst stutters. Then we change one thing at a time, test again, and stop when it is good enough. Start with power mode. On a desktop, set Windows power mode to best performance. On a laptop, plug in and use best performance while gaming, because balance can throttle clocks early. If your laptop has a vendor performance mode, enable it for gaming sessions. Next, use game mode. Turn game mode on in Windows settings. It does not double your FPS, but it prioritizes gaming and reduces some background scheduling noise. Now check Xbox Game Bar and captures. If you never record, turn off background capture. Background capture can wake services and steal CPU and disk, especially on weak systems. If you record with another tool, you do not need Game Bar capture running. Now fix graphics preference and display sanity. In Settings, go to System, Display, Graphics. Add your game AC and set it to high performance, so Windows stops guessing which GPU to use. This matters on laptops with iGPU plus DGPU, and it can reduce random low FPS moments. Also check your monitor refresh rate in Advanced Display, because Windows sometimes falls back to 60 Hz. If your screen supports 75, 120, or 144 Hz, set it correctly, then use a matching in-game FPS cap. Finally, test hardware accelerated GPU scheduling. Turn it on, reboot, then test your game. If stutter gets worse, turn it back off. On low-end systems, the correct setting depends on drivers. Now clean startup and background apps. Disable startup apps you do not need for gaming. Launchers, RGB suites, chat helpers, printer tools, and vendor updaters love to sit in RAM all day. After you disable them, reboot once, because gaming performance changes after a clean boot. Also reduce background permissions for apps you never use during games. Next, kill extra overlays. Turn off overlays you do not need because they hook into the game. Common offenders are multiple launchers, chat overlays, browser overlays, and monitoring overlays stacked together. Keep one overlay if you need it, not 5, because stacked overlays can cause stutter. Now check storage breathing room. If C drive is nearly full, Windows will stutter more under load. Keep at least 20% free space on the Windows drive. Clean temporary files and move large recordings and downloads off C. If your game is installed on a slow HDD, expect longer loads and more texture hitching. An SSD will not always raise average FPS, but it improves asset streaming and reduces pauses. Now page file sanity. Do not disable the page file on low RAM systems. Let Windows manage it, because games can spike memory during bit fights and new areas. When RAM fills, the page file prevents hard crashes, and stability is performance. Now visuals and background polish. Turn off transparency effects and reduce animations. If you have an older iGPU, switching to best performance visuals can free a little headroom. Also enable focus assist while gaming so notifications do not pop and steal focus. And set your browser to stop running background apps, because browsers can chew RAM silently. Now updates, sync, and driver basics. Set active hours so Windows Update does not surprise you. Turn off delivery optimization sharing so your PC is not uploading updates while you play. Pause OneDrive or other sync tools during gaming, because a sync spike can look like GPU stutter. If Windows Security scans your game folder during play, add the game library as an exclusion. Do this only for trusted games, then retest stutter after reboot once. Update your GPU driver from the official vendor only, not from driver booster tools. Then check temperatures, because throttling kills FPS and creates stutter. If CPU or GPU is hitting high time, clean dust, improve airflow, and fix fan curves. Now do a quick consistency routine, so results are real. Reboot. Open only what you need, then launch the game. Use one monitoring tool, not many, and close browsers with lots of tabs. Set the game to full screen if it helps on your system, and cap FPS if frame time is unstable. Sometimes a 60 or 75 FPS cap feels smoother than a wild 40 to 90 swing. Lower the settings that cause stutter first, textures, shadows, view distance, and heavy post effects. Then use upscaling if your game supports it, because it is free performance when tuned right. Finally, check that your RAM is in dual channel if your system supports it, because single stick setups can stutter more. If you want, comment your CPU, GPU, RAM storage type, and the game you play most. I will tell you the top 3 tweaks that matter most for your exact setup. Follow for more safe Windows gaming fixes. And subscribe if you want my next video on fixing stutter and 1% lows the right way.